Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm all kinds of undone because I'm going to do an unboxing slash try on of some Zara sale stuff, and I am 100% some of this stuff is being returned, so I don't want to risk getting makeup on anything. I have two boxes. It's not actually a lot of stuff, but this was stuff that I ordered in the online sale. Actually, do you know, as I'm unboxing everything, I'm realising some of this stuff wasn't in the sale. I actually went into store and tried a couple of things on, decided not to buy them, and then later on that day I ordered them. And then like 2 days later, the sale started and everything was half price. But it wasn't available in my sizes anymore, so I had to just suck it up and pay the original price. It's not like this stuff was like mega expensive, but you know, it's the principle. It's the principle. I got a couple of vest tops and a seamless bodysuit. Right now, the seamless bodysuit I actually wore the other day, and it is so comfortable. If you've been following me for a long time, you will know it's been a very epic quest for me to find bodysuits that don't have a fastening. I was blessed with legs that are so incredibly close set that they may as well just be one leg sometimes. Like, I have just no hips, so my legs are so close together that just the gusset, and I'm not even talking like the press studs, doesn't matter if it's Velcro, whatever it is, the gusset, when it's got like a fastening, it's like a stiff line, and I do not have that space between my thighs at all. Like, I don't have the space between. It's so uncomfortable. I remember even when I was a kid, because bodysuits were quite popular, you know, in the 90s, it was a problem. It was a problem. So anyway, I have found that some places do them now, and they are completely, not seamless, because there is literally, it's called a seamless bodysuit, but it's not seamless completely because that is where the seam is. But there's no fastening, so I cannot recommend this enough. And it was so flattering. I'm going to put it on over the top of my leggings. Imagine I'm Jane Fonda, if you will. The only issue I've got with this, and it's not really an issue, it's just like I'm expecting it to be a potential issue. As you're pulling it up, you need to make sure that you're actually pulling it up by the top and not the straps, because the straps are just these really fine elastics, which I love. I love the squareness of this, and they do it in different colours. I can't say I think it is thick enough to wear white without something underneath it. I think it would be see-through, which is why I chose black. But yeah, it's very tempting to kind of yank it up by the straps. I think they break quite easily if you were to pull them with any kind of force. Also worth bearing in mind if you've got big boobs, because obviously I'm not particularly well endowed in that department, but if there was a lot of tension on these straps, let's say, I don't know, I wouldn't trust them, but I like the overall vibe. This feels very stretchy. It only came in a small, medium, medium, large. I got small, medium, and there's quite a bit of stretch to this. So I would say if you're kind of airing which one, I would go smaller, because there's a lot of stretch. Plus, the more you wear these things, they tend to get a little bit baggier, don't they? So really happy with this. Now, speaking of seams, I actually tried this on in white in the shop, and I really liked the top in general. Like, I liked the way that it holds me in. Again, this, if you've got small boobs, I think you're going to be fine without a bra. It's actually double lined just to here. So that gives you a little bit more, not support, but it kind of, you know, shapes you a little bit in that area, but it also means that you're not going to be able to see through it. So that's great. But the reason I couldn't wear the white one was because you see here, you can see that seam. I mean, I picked nude specifically, thinking this would be less obvious, and it is, but you can still see where the seam is underneath. And I'm not a massive fan of that. I will probably keep this because it's not massively obvious, and if I wear it with something kind of high-waisted, then it's only a small amount that you would be able to see. But with the white one, I found it to be really obvious, and obviously the deeper your skin tone, the worse that's going to be, because it's just the contrast underneath between the double layer of fabric and your skin. I don't know why they don't, I mean, I know it's like cost-cutting, but how much more expensive could it be? I don't know. I mean, these are cheap items. But I just wish that it was double lined all the way, because if it was, I'd have this in every single colour. I love it. I also did see on Instagram the other day, I saw someone wearing this backwards. Obviously you have to take out the tag, but it is like two tops in one. It is. So if you take out you just kind of unstitch that tag, it's still super seamless, still feels really nice. I would wear this backwards And I would never have thought of that. So I just want to kind of show you what I'm talking about with this little layer. It's here. So it just goes, it's kind of like bra length layer. And again, in the black, not a problem. Not a problem at all. But in any of the paler shades, you are going to be able to see it. I mean, you can probably see it, you know, like you would see your underwear. You can probably see like a line there in certain lights, but it's just an irritating, you know, it would be perfect. This was a panic buy in the sale. So I saw this, you know, now I've got it in my hands, I just don't think it's the right pink at all. They had this, and then they had like a, it looked like a sage green, and then I ended up seeing it in store, and I was glad I hadn't ordered the green because it was more kind of minty. It was not my shade at all. But they had two different ones of this, two different colours of this, and it's kind of like a shacket, which theoretically I do like. I'd quite like something like this for the summertime. Like a big, not quite a denim jacket, but more than like a cardigan. I like the idea of this. Are there pockets? There are pockets. I like this in theory, but I don't know about the colour on me. I don't think I'm, like if I'm going to wear pink, it needs to be quite a warm pink. And I think this is more of a, I mean, it's warm-ish, but it's kind of a little too candy pink for me. I don't think it's the right colour, but I like the idea of this. I don't know. Let me know what you think, because this will probably be up by the time, like before I actually send stuff back. It is really comfortable, and I like the fit, but this I was so excited about. This was the reason, well, there were two things, but this was the main reason that I originally made an order online, because I couldn't find this in my size. I saw this in the men's section, and I had to have it because the colour of it is like a raspberry muted kind of, it's very bright, but it's muted. I love it. It's very, something very 80s about it. I like the back a lot. And I'd seen it in the store, and they only had an extra large, which felt too large. So I ordered a medium. In hindsight, I think I probably should have had a larger size, looking at it, just because I really like a big jumper. But I did put this on when it first arrived because I was so excited about it, and I just don't like it at all, which is a surprise because I thought I was going to love it. The material is like, it doesn't hang nicely. I think what it is this is not made to be worn in the way that I would wear a jumper. I like a big baggy jumper to be kind of slouchy, and I think potentially this jumper was made to be a little bit more fitted. Obviously to a man's body, but all the same, I just don't like the way this is, you know? I like a softer, slouchier jumper, and just while it's on me, it feels kind of heavy. Happy to return this for $29.99. I actually was going to buy this online, and then it went out of stock, and I found it in store. So what I wanted to quickly mention about this before I put it on is that there was a black one in a small, and there was this colour in a large. And I was like, ugh, I don't know if I want the green, but also like, I don't know if I'd be a large. My daughter was with me, and we were holding them up, and we were like, large doesn't seem that big. This is a Zara large. Again, this has been washed as well because I have worn it a couple of times. I probably could have had a medium because it has got some give, and it's probably supposed to be super like tight to your body. But this is a large. I just want to point out that I also bought some stuff for my husband, and he would normally be a small in shorts and whatever else I'd bought him, and everything was too small. So it did make me feel slightly better because it's not just the women's stuff that is like weird sizes. The men's stuff seems a little bit weird as well. But this doesn't feel like a large dress. That said, I do love it. I'm not 100% sold on this. This is, you know, it's quite cute, and it like kind of covers your midsection if you're bothered about that. It's comfortable, and it's a nice dress to kind of just wear when it's so warm at the moment and you don't want to have to like put on a whole outfit. It's just kind of a throw-on dress. But yeah, just kind of wanted to point that out. Now, something someone mentioned to me after I was talking about this, which I didn't know, and apparently this was on TikTok recently, which is why I missed it, was on the labels in Zara, there are shapes. So there's a triangle on this one. Sorry, there's a square. It's quite clearly a square. There's a square on this one, and there's a triangle on this one. And a quick Google tells me that a circle means the item runs large, a triangle means it's small, and a square means it's true to size. Apparently this was something that people were talking about on the internet this year. I bought this to try on at home because I knew I was never going to be able to do the back up myself. And there's nobody home right now. So just remember, this is what the back's supposed to look like. I'm still going to have help to try this on properly before I make a decision. Because until you've properly done up the back, you don't really know how it fits. And I feel like this one fits differently than the one that I tried on in the store. In the store, it definitely felt larger. And this is the one that, according to the tag, runs small. So I don't know now, because I definitely felt more comfortable in the one in the store. So I ordered it thinking, you know, I wasn't going to go back. I was going to place the order for the jumper anyway. I'll just order this while I'm there so that Lee can help me put on kind of the string things at the back and see how much I actually like it. But now I feel like it's actually too tight, which makes me just think, well, they're just two completely different size dresses that I tried on, but I don't know. They have this in different colours, and what I particularly liked about it was that you could put the shoulders up. And this is so not me, but there was something about it. Maybe it's, no, because this area is actually tied with the zip. So this part is the only part that should be the same as the dress that I tried on in the store. And this is the part that makes me feel like, oh, that might be a bit too tight there. Anyway, I liked that it had these parts. I liked that it could then be worn in a different kind of way. I was so sold on this dress. I thought I was going to put this on and be like, I love it. And I don't love it at all. This is like weirdly baggy in this area. And then this is like unflattering. And it goes to there, in case you were wondering. But I feel like this is a completely different dress than the one I tried on. Anyway, that's it. That's everything that I bought. Half of it's going back. I enjoyed my little jaunt to Zara recently because I don't usually shop there. It's not a store that usually kind of draws me in because a lot of it is fairly high fashion, or like it doesn't feel like it's my vibe. But they had a lot of stuff that I quite liked. I'm enjoying trying on some different trends recently that I usually wouldn't reach for. Some stuff that's kind of slightly a lot out of my comfort zone. And I have discovered that Zara do some of the best basics. So I probably will be going back for some more of those seamless bodysuits because I'm obsessed. And I will link what I can in the description for you. Whatever is still available, obviously, because of the sale. But yeah, let me know what you think of all the stuff. I'm so disappointed by this. I even just looked back through the videos and was like, I just don't feel like it looked like this in the shop. I feel like there's something between here that is a different cut, but I am going to get Lee to properly hoist me into the whole thing and see whether or not maybe that's part of it before I send it back completely, because it seems to rely a lot on the back fastening as to how this is going to fit. So I don't know. We'll see. I'll keep you posted. It was going to be one of the dresses that I took to Vegas because I'm doing like a full bridal wardrobe for our vow renewal trip. It's a lot of white and cream. It's a lot. Part of this is because I bought too many. I mean, there are so many. We're going to do a whole video about this, but the most recent dress that I bought as a contender for the vow renewal is beautiful. But there are several. So we'll do like a final video because, again, some of that stuff needs to go on Vinted because I can't keep as many dresses as I purchased. I thought this was going to be another, but maybe not. Maybe not.